Welcome to Odin's Tavern. How may I serve you?
We're discussing Lucius right now. The hospital doctors found traces of a rage-inducing drug in his system, which must have been administered by Wells. He's still unconscious, but once he wakes up, I'll be sure to ask him about Grey Fox's whereabouts.
We appreciate it. You should thank her on behalf of Anka and yourself as well. After all, it's only thanks to her that we're not in jail right now. You don't mind, do you? Oh, I nearly forgot about it. Thanks.
Wait, that badge. Where did you get it?
It's been with me like forever. You've seen it before?
Yeah, I remember spotting it once in a file. Likely a Federation document.
Really? What else do you know about it? It's really important to me. I need to know everything you can remember.
I might have found it by accident when I was looking through the archives. I realized I had the wrong file and closed it right away. The page I saw had an image of this badge. I didn't read the details, but it seemed to be related to the Defense Force, possibly a covert unit.
So, I was a soldier? A covert unit. I do recall being in a brutal battle, but I can't remember anything else.
It makes sense. Aside from your own outstanding fighting prowess, you also demonstrate skills in group combat that are generally reserved for highly trained special forces. Soldiers who have seen the savagery of war firsthand often suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder and other mental health issues. In more severe cases, some patients develop symptoms akin to amnesia as a way of repressing their experiences.
Where can I get more information about this unit?
Normally, ordinary Defense Force members just have to submit a simple access request to the military institution that possesses the files in question. But if you were in a secret ops team, the records would be stored in the Federation's classified archives.
Any chance you could tell me where that library is located?
Not on your life.
Who's there?
Sorry for the interruption, Agent Merrill. But I have urgent business to discuss with you. My name is Asurata Todd, Captain of Team X of the Federation Nexus, and I've come to relieve you of your duties. Please hand over File 049 and any materials related to this incident, as Team X is now in charge of this investigation. Here are the Federation documents related to our assignment, if you wish to read them. Greetings, Kylo researcher. I've known about you for quite some time, but it's a pleasure to finally meet you. My apologies if I seem a little tired, but I've been working late into the night for the last few days. Naturally, I haven't gotten much rest either.
I don't see any issue with these documents. I'll be sure to report every last detail of today's findings to the Federation once I return. As for File 049, a significant portion of it was damaged in the battle earlier, when a stray bullet struck the file. I managed to recover a fair amount of the fragments and seal them in an evidence bag, but the file is beyond recovery.
I'll verify the file myself. Besides the file, we need to interrogate these two, Ace and all public security officers involved. My team is searching for the others as we speak. For now, I need you two to come with me.
Interrogate me. That's rich.
Let's make this easy. I don't want to use force, but if I have to play the bad guy, things might get out of hand. Someone could get hurt. I hate staying up late writing incident reports. All the paperwork.
Authorizer, your researcher persona has caught the Federation's attention in the surface layer. This complicates our mission.
Bloody?
It's an emergency, so please use the space rift and get out right away. I'll set up a new persona for you once you return. Yes, right now! What happened? What did you do to set off the firewall?
Uh-huh.
When the heck did I tell you to do that? I can't even communicate with you in the surface layer! Your biometrics are unique. Do you know how hard it is to create a new persona for you?
I know you're upset, but please, just listen to me. I had my doubts at first too, but I was caught in a dangerous situation right before it happened. I didn't have time to think clearly, but it did seem strange that I was able to hear your voice in the surface layer.
I didn't mean to scare you just now. Anyways, I'm sorry. So you're sure you heard my voice in the network?
Yes.
I'll have to look into that later. Right now, we need to get the firewall to stop targeting you. We don't have much time. But in order to send you back into the network as quickly as possible, I'll have to take a few risks. We need to restart the firewall, but it has to be done piece by piece. They will take time, but each part will be extremely vulnerable. Viruses will most likely sense that vulnerability and begin attacking the network even more aggressively. That, in turn, will cause the firewall to concentrate its remaining resources on the viruses, which should deprioritize you enough to grant you safe access to the network.
Got it.
I'm counting on you. For now, just give me a brief rundown of your recent actions within the network.
For starters, I confirmed that the history within the surface layer can definitely be changed. People who should have died are now living their new lives.
Impossible. Just calculating and recreating history commands a significant portion of the network's computing power. Recalculating the lives of so many people within the network would be an immense drain on its already strained resources. I can't imagine it would waste that much computing power on something so meaningless.
But it did. So, they must have meant something, right?
Are you saying the surface layer serves a greater purpose?
Honestly, it's been bothering me from the very beginning. What's the point of keeping something as troublesome as the network in existence when all it does is reproduce history within the surface layer? But right now, my intuition tells me that I'm one step closer to understanding the truth behind this whole thing.
Right now, I can only go with what I know. If you're seeking answers, you'll have to uncover them yourself in the network. We're short on time, so I'll get to work on the firewall. What do you make of it, Papa? I don't know who else to ask about this.
Someone clearly tricked the authorizer, but you already know the answer, don't you? Whoever did this wanted the firewall to detect the authorizer and prevent them from accessing the network.
Things are getting even more complicated. If the enemy was able to imitate me this time, there's no telling what they'll do next time. Maybe it was Nemesis? Or the heirs of Ida? Or maybe someone else from Hykros is responsible for this. It's also possible that we're facing an entirely new enemy now.
Quit acting scared! If they've already done something like this to us, chances are they're going to try messing with us again. And when they do, that's when we'll catch them red-handed! Simple as that!
Yes, you're absolutely right. Also, Papa, I have to warn you. You're usually the one who helps me bear the load of the network's cybernetic link, but restarting the firewall is going to greatly increase that load.
Bring it on! Nothing's too much for the great Papa, so just leave it to me.
What I mean is that you're sitting this one out. I'm going to bear the load myself this time, so get some rest.
What's that supposed to mean? I told you leave it to me, didn't I? You better not be underestimating me, Plotty!
Just do as I ask, please. If you do, I won't count your appearance just now against you. In fact, I'll let you come out to play 2 more times this week.
Huh? For real? You swear it?
I swear it.
You got yourself a deal? Hey, wait a minute. You're not gonna use this against me, are you?
you.